make it pay back within 5 years, pay like the rate payers. Instead of us coming out a lot of money.
Okay,
Just
thank,
me.
thank you, Chris. And Diane, did you have your hand up?
I just have a question about, in the budget last year, we appropriated like $95,000, I think, for the sewer overall, and there's a testing line in there. If you look in the annual town meeting report, it's in there, $95,000.
We didn't appropriate 95,000. That's the budget. We appropriated 5,000 to go to those. Excuse me, reserve account. You might have to take over. So the 95 is the overall operating budget of the sewer, which
So there
we
was
do
a
not.
testing line in that overall operating budget, there was about $10,000, so I'm just curious what new testing came up that we did.
This is the $25,000 test that we are required to do this year in order to get our license renewed. If we don't have the test, we don't have the license.
Thank you, Brian first.
So Diane, this test originally was not scheduled for this year. It was supposed to be actually next year. Excuse me, no, 2 years,
2 years.
28. It originally was supposed to happen in 28 and then the state changed and brought it up this year instead.
Thank you for confirming that.
Mr. Landry.
Well, I understand what they just take a personal loan out, right? And they make enough money off of us every month for the sewage every other month. Now, $106, if they can't take it from that to make the payment, is something wrong.
Any other comments or questions? Oh, I'm sorry, this gentleman in back, first of all, why don't you introduce yourself and where you're from?
My name is Aaron Gabler. I'm the wastewater circuit rider and technical assistant for the Maine Rural Water Association.
Okay, and then let's, since Jason's from out of town, we have to vote, so allow him to speak. So can someone make a motion? So, Chris makes a motion, and Shane seconds it, all in favor of letting Doc speak. Motion carries, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I drive around the state of Maine assisting rural wastewater facilities, specifically populations of 10,000 or less. Sometimes they face regulatory challenges, sometimes it's operational challenges, sometimes it's budgeting challenges. The myriad of different problems that different communities face. I appreciate you guys giving me the time to speak. The toxicity testing is required by not only the state of Maine, the federal government, you know, to keep wastewater discharge licenses in compliance and to protect, you know, the waters of the United States. In this case, Whitney Brook, which is a recreational resource. I've seen you guys use it for, you know, your Halloween walk. That's which I think was great. I'm kind of upset that I couldn't bring my infant daughter to. She was sick that night, so I'm like, oh, this is kind of a bummer. I have to think about it. I just want to emphasize that the toxicity testing it's critical. It's not just the, you know, the sewer users that use that treatment facility, and it's not just paying for, you know, what, you know, that asset's only related to the sewer users. Everybody in this town, I'm sure, has taken a walk on Whitney Brook or has brought their kid to a Halloween, you know, event or a snowmobile alongside its trip. So protecting that resource that you guys have, which not a lot of communities have, I think is kind of critically important.
Okay, thank you for that, Shane.
Two-part question. One, how often is this test required?
Someone from the board want to take that?
I would direct that to Aaron if that was okay.
Or Dave has his hand up, so you can tell.
Yeah, that's has to be required a year prior to license renewal. It's every 5 years. I've been doing it since 1991. This is nothing new. This test has to be done every 5 years, no matter what.
Okay, so part two is why now all of a sudden do we only have a 3-year stay on that license? Why are we required to relicense 2 years early?
Anybody know the answer to that? Brian?
COVID.
Yeah.
COVID screwed up the licensing schedule. Yep, COVID screwed with the licensing schedule, so that's why it's coming up early. Yep.
So three-part question. So now we will have 5 years. Do this time, we will have 5 years.
This resets us for 5 more years. Yep.
So then we vote.
So normally, no.
Steve,
I'm a resident of Canton, Maine, fairly new, I've been here 2 years. It's very important that this water gets passed, with the money that's in, is very important, for the very fact that there's only like 125 people that are in need of water and sewer. And the rest of us, you know, what's taking $1 or $2 out of our taxes to help the people who can. I mean, this is the town, the little town with the big heart. So I believe that it should be passed.
thanks, Steve. Anyone else?
Mike yourself, just, I'm not on the district, but, yeah, I appreciate what the gentleman said, about protecting the resource, totally agree. The waste is very resource, the work is very resource, the testing is required, but the residents that aren't on the sewer system are getting zero value out of the test. We're not contributing to the sewer system, we're not contributing to the toxicity. I don't think we should have to pay the bill for it, so that my recommendation is using the sewer system, part of the testing. I agree with what Chris mentioned, if you can offer a loan to the sewer district, if they're short on money right now, that's a good option, but it should be the users of the system that are covering the cost of the system.
Okay, anybody, let me let her go, and then I'll come back to you, Shane.
I'm Joan Goodwood. I am a sewer customer. And I have to say that my concern is the people that are not on the sewer system and they have trouble with their, their leach field or whatever. The town's not gonna help them pay for that, so they're really getting double duty. So, I feel even though I am on the sewer, that the ratepayer should fund that.
As far as those two comments go, I sort of agree with those, but on the other hand. Many folks in here don't have kids in the school and you still pay the school budget. Many people in this building, this town will never utilize the fire department. You pay the fire department's budget. It's part of being in a small town. I do feel bad for the people who have to pay double duties, who have their own septics. But it's part of a small town.
Right?
So Diane Ray said there's a line item in the budget for testing, yes or no? Yes or no?
Oh, right.
Yes, that's for the annual testing.
Okay, so does that mean there's not enough in the budget so that in 5 years, we're gonna have to do this again? We should, the test costs $15,000, right?
25.
25, and you're asking for 30. But there's already some in the budget.
That's what we're up to, it's depending on the amount, so.
So what's in the money in the budget for testing is different testing than this test. There's regular testing that we have to do, and Dave might be able to speak, or Josh might be able to speak to it better than I can. But there's regular testing that we do, and then there's this every 5-year test.
So this 5
There's
years
two
testing
separate deals.
Isn't in the budget?
No, because we weren't told until a few months ago.
It should be in the budget, so in 5 years, we have the
It-
money and we don't have to do this again, right?
That would be the goal, yes, but because of the licensing schedule changed. We were originally planning on this being a couple years further out, then that changed, and they just told us about it.
Well, you just said we don't have anything for a line from the for this test. So in 2 years from now, we'd still be here doing this again.
That's not what I said. What I said was the testing line that is in there covers different testing currently. If we get to that 5-year mark, then it would have to be in the budget to cover that. The reason it wasn't in this year is because we didn't know it was due this year. We were planning on it being due in 2028. Until we got the letter that said it had to be done this year. And that was after the budget had long been done.
Yeah, Diane?
I think what Randy's trying to say is, could we have a line item in the budget for $5,000 a year, so that every 5 years, you accumulate $25,000 for the next round? I think that's what he's trying to say.
Thank you.
That's good.
We've started a reserve account to pay for that. Done.
I think Sean was up, next.
Yeah. I appreciate all you being here. This is a really tough question. Where you guys can go with this. We all pay for services out of tax dollars that we don't get. Me, for example, I don't use the highway department on my road. You know, things like that, just like Shane, Shane has a good point. But. The sewer department doesn't bill enough money to cover its basics now. We just went up, what, 10%,
Mhm.
1/4 ago. And the sewer rate's gonna go out of sight this time, I can tell you that right now. Once they build a budget, an actual true budget, Dave Madison should probably talk on this. This is what Aaron Gaylord's here about asset management. So it's a crazy question, but you guys, I'm glad you guys are here to vote on this. It's tough as hell. But we're only billing $88,000 right now. And with that increase, it's gonna go up per year. This is a year, so we divide that by 4. And the cost to run the sewer department is at 88.7 right now. We're not even through the year. And we had to, I made the motion because Dave lost the pump up there for $45,000, take $45,000 out of this unfunded balance. Because it's an emergency. And I wasn't at the meeting if these guys made the motion to have a town meeting, which I'm very thankful they did it, so you guys could decide on this. But the sewer department has been subsidized by tax dollars for years. Whether you guys know or not. You know, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not a fan of this. I'm just like John said, we're on the sewer. I'd rather see the sewer ratepayers pay it. But I'm not a fan of taking any money out of any account until we know where we stand on taxes. Because you guys can be back in here screaming bloody murder when the taxes go up. So it's just something to think about. This has been bothering me for quite a while. I'd like to Dave speak on. Dave's a knowledgeable one.
Chris,
Yes, I asked Aaron, and Aaron came up with a value of $89,750 per mill. With these two budgets tonight, so what we're going for tonight, that pretty much makes it 3/4 of a mill that I have to pay extra. In order to pay, to make this happen. And that's a lot, to me, that's way too much.
someone from the select board.
And especially, they've known about this for at least the last 4 years, and they have not put no money aside to have this done, or to pay for maintenance of the plant, $46,000. There has to be something done about this. They can't just, the selectmen just can't sit there and go, well, we're gonna kick this down the the road. Because they've done this to Dave. Dave has been in there for the last, I know, for 3 years, telling them that this was gonna happen. That they were going to have this, that they're done. And they've done nothing for it. They've done nothing.
We have had workshops on how to go about raising the rates. We've met with 2 superintendents from other districts. We have been requesting water reading rates so we can base sewer usage off the water reading. And therefore have accurate sewer bills. That information has not yet been produced. That being said. Have we done, maybe appropriate rate increases? No, we haven't, because we realize we have a number of people that are late on their sewer bill every month. Currently, we have 3 that are leaned, and that's down from, I believe, what, 13 was it, Kathy? So we're trying to keep people's needs in mind as well as keep the system running. So if you want to blame us for not having it done, go ahead. However, the sewer users, I don't feel, should have to shoulder the burden of our lack of action on increasing rates.
John, did you have your?
Just so you guys know,
what brought all this on is the buyout 2007. When you lose 40 customers off your system, it's no different than you, husband, and wife going out buying a new car and wife and husband loses their job. How are you gonna pay for that new car? I can tell you right now, I run the water district. The water district sent out 45 disconnects last week. Out of 100 customers. And just like Carol alluded to, the more you go up on your rates, people can't pay it. It's no different than taxes, people. The more taxes go up, we can't pay it. So this is catch-22. There's no place to lay the blame here. It's moving forward, building a good budget. We can't go up on sewer rates until we build a true and accurate budget for that sewer department. And then you can go up on sewer rates, which I just told you guys, they're gonna go up. Every town in this area that's gone. So, and the $2,000 percent that we just increased the rates. I wouldn't want to see it, but we should do another 10% increase and pay $2,000 a quarter on that loan to be taken out. You know, this is gonna be run like a business. Well, we'll assume you're still allowed to speak.
I think I met Sean close to 19 months ago. And every step of the way, him and I have been having conversations, planning, organizing to make steps towards creating an asset management program. I'm not sure how many of you have, it's a lot like a preemptive inventory. This is what we have. This is when it's gonna break. This is how much it costs to fix. This is how long we're gonna have this for. Up until this point, Canton hasn't had that kind of insight into the operations of the facility and that particular town asset. So it's kind of hard to make a comprehensive budget that covers unexpected costs, regulatory testing, operation costs. That is comprehensive and kind of ensures that there isn't any pitfall. And that wasn't necessarily because of lack of trying. I mean, I've been working with Dave, I've been working with Sean, quite extensively over the last year and a half on this. It takes some time to gather all that information. Borrowing equipment assets from nearby towns like sewer cameras, so we can make sure that the pipes that are still in the ground are good to go for another 30 or 40 years. Looking up information on equipment where the manufacturer isn't even open anymore because of COVID. Reaching out to other people that have also bought that equipment so you can kind of gauge their information and data. So creating a comprehensive budget to take care of this town asset is definitely a goal of the select board and the sewer department as a whole. I don't want anybody to get the misconception that, you know, we're gonna be back in the same, in this room in 5 years having the exact same conversation. Because it's gonna be a very different conversation. One where, yeah, we planned for it, yeah, we knew it was gonna happen, yeah, we're ready, everything's handled, steady as she goes. What's the next article, you know, of conversation? That's my goal. And I think I worked pretty hard every day to try to make that happen. For you guys,
Just ignore it. Yeah.
and a side note, the town's asset, the sewer is also, you know, you don't want to move to a town that doesn't have a fire department or a police department or a water department. Especially not a sewer department. The Portland Gazette released an article 2 days ago talking about how 50% of Maine's residents haven't planned for sewer expansion upgrades or anything. And that because of that, they can't even expand their communities or grow in ways, and that they're facing housing challenges because of it. I think Dave and Sean have done a good job of trying to get ahead of that. And say, hey, there's stuff that we need to do. We want to make sure everything's in compliance. We want to make sure that all of our equipment, you know, is properly maintained. We want to know what's going on. There's a great deal of people out there right now that don't have any kind of that assurance or forecast.
Okay, thank you, I'm sorry. Thank you. I know.
I'd like to see it move the question.
We have a motion to call the question. I'm gonna let Jim make his comments if he hasn't, and then we'll move on calling the
I just
question.
got a couple questions for this young fellow there. Is there anything bad in this? Do the federal government need to pass it, or do the state, at least that's, that have got to be swamped out?
Not specifically for these tests. As you know. Recently, this recent administration has kind of gone through a shift during the election of the last president. I mean, I literally got fired and rehired 3 times in the same day. It's a very weird afternoon. I'm sure you remember reading the reports where, oh, we're gonna stop all the grants, we're gonna stop all the funding. No kidding, we're gonna start half the funding, and it's been a challenge for them to figure out. Even here in Maine, the SRF funding is starting to lessen a little bit, and that comes in waves. It will reduce for a little while, then it will expand. I certainly am looking forward to trying to identify additional funding opportunities for the Canton Sewer Department, so certain costs aren't as upfront or heavy-handed to you guys, where they can get the assistance, you guys can get the assistance that you need, without seeing a huge bill. I mean, there is funds out there, but not for this specific thing.
No, but it's helpful. It's like we go around these bond issues every year, spend millions of dollars that go to like this. This is how we originally got the sewer system in Maine. We had a bond issue through the state to help out with it. So I don't know if there's anything, they have these bond issues that they spend millions of dollars. And we go around every year.
Yeah, it's right now, you guys remember the PFAS change that the EPA made back in 2024 with the biosolids land application?
Yep.
So the state has to, and just before that change, there was the flood. So a lot of available funds went to a lot of communities that were impacted by that flood. I know it happened, with Rumford, Mexico, Harris, Bethel, everybody got kind of hit pretty hard, but in different ways. So a lot of funds were used to try to remediate that, try to help towns recover quicker from that. And then the biosolids change happened. So then they went, oh, we gotta come up with a lot more funds, we gotta cover this problem now, how do we get rid of PFAS, where's it coming from? How do we reduce it, how do we upgrade a bunch of facilities nationwide to remove this cancer causing chemical? So the hits have kept coming, and the amount of opportunity that will be there to help with these kinds of things, and haven't been as prevalent. It's been a lot more disaster recovery, PFAS, facility upgrades, and adding facility to areas that don't have one of their own. From my personal experience.
I think so. We have a motion from Robin to call the question.
Second.
I need a second. Don't know, second minute, but you can have. All in favor of calling the question, raise your purple square. All opposed, do the same. Okay, so the question has been called, so now we get to vote on the original motion. I'm gonna read the article again, just so we have it in your mind.
Thank you.
To see if the town will vote to authorize the select board to appropriate up to, but not to exceed $30,000 from the undesignated fund to pay for required testing for the sewer department. All those in favor, can you raise your purple square? And all those opposed? How do you think that?
Because it's already asked, but.
Keep your squares up. You.
I have 13 now.
I got 13 too. 15.
And
Can you ask?
15.
yes, opposed, down, yes, up.
Yeah, it's more than 13, so they're.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now we're moving on to Article 3. Article 3 is to see if the town will approve to appropriate $36,000 from the Community Benefit Fund to donate to the Canton High Riders Snowmobile Club to replace all 4 tracks on the Tucker Snowpack Grooming Route. Can I entertain a motion?
Sure.
Shane
You're gonna get the discussion, so.
Shane makes the motion, Steve makes the second. We're open for discussion. Shane.
Why is this such an emergency that has to be held now and not at the annual town meeting?
Like, we're going to answer that or?
I'd be happy to, if that's okay. I can believe my question. It was not an emergency from the select board point of view. We thought we could dispense with this question at the same time as dispensing with the sewer question. We had, during our last meeting, already decided to have special town meeting for the sewer.
You don't think you'd have more turnout at a regular annual meeting than a special meeting?
Didn't do too bad tonight. We didn't do bad.
Well, we didn't do too bad.
The reality is this is about the size of our town meeting. So, yeah, it's that.
In your back there, sir.
I'm Jason Olson. President of the Snowmobile Club. To explain the urgency is this. Camp Snow in Canada makes these tracks and, we are right now on a waiting list. For when they actually make them. The list is pretty long and we're at a point in that list, so if, we have the money and they call, we can get them. If we do not have funding, we go to the bottom of the list and there's no guarantee we'll have them for next year. You're only doing batches of 60.
That's.
Hi, does the snowmobile club have any of their own funding that they're paying towards this, or is it all coming from taxpayer dollars?
This is for all of it. We have some funding, but nothing close to what is needed right now. I guess. They're 9,000. I got a receipt from them. I had them send it to me. It's just over $36,000 and change to get them to put them on. We didn't expect this. By no means. I don't know how. We have some funding, but I mean, we run on $10,000 a year and we spend 12. So, now we have a ton of people that have, that give gas donations. If you follow our Facebook page, you'll see who's donated money for that. And that's really what saved us. There's probably on the books, there's probably $2,000 worth of money that we have that's been donated towards it. I've been, when the phone call comes, I gotta make a decision at that point, how I wanna go about this. This, just so everybody knows, this rumor was bought with a municipal grant that the town signs off on. I had to take out a loan of my personal to get this. My name's on this thing. So I really wanna see it paid off. We do have a loan against this and the money is sitting there to pay it off. I weren't expecting this part of the track deal, but we have to have the tracks to use the thing, so.
Brian, did you have something?
Well, Jesus kind of said it, but we do, when the first track let go, we did put a post out on Facebook, that some of you might have seen about, this is what's going on, and here's the thing you can donate money to. And we did get, I think it's just under $2,000 worth of donation, but above the cost of the tracks, we gotta figure in going to get them and or having them delivered, depending on how that works out, and then more than likely when we start getting into it to replace the tracks, we'll find a few other things that the club's gonna have to pay for on top of that to repair at the same time.
Russell, did you have,
How much is the community benefit?
how much is in the community benefit?
Approximately $72,000 is currently in that fund.
Okay,
Now that part of my question was answered, what can that fund be used for? What are the restrictions on that fund, just out of curiosity?
The fund was outlined based on a windmill session from 2018 and a survey that was in the prior, what the funds could be used for. Kind of it was not what they couldn't be used for, but what ideas of what we could use them for. That included recreational trails, recreational equipment, multi-use trail development and maintenance, boat launch maintenance, town beautification, and several other things. So
That was in the visioning.
I see right on here, this is quite comical, the sewer plant is listed on here as an entity that this money can be used for.
Right.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
So,
I don't have a purple card, sorry. What's gonna stop? What's gonna happen the next time, say the ATV club comes and says, we want 38,000? Or the auxiliary comes and says they want 38,000, what are we to do then?
you see, look, such a gentleman.
Here, I don't blame you.
Sorry, Shane.
You're saying what would happen if, so an entity that doesn't have a $75,000 piece of equipment comes out of money?
Yes, I mean, cause. It's asking, you know, it's different, I'm trying to figure out the difference between one club versus another, I understand that they have an issue here, but. The ATV club might feel that they could do more with that, or the auxiliary could do more with what, you know.
I mean, everybody's a priority in their own mind, obviously.
Right.
So I get that, but, you know, it comes down to one, I'll tell you, I'm one of the primary drivers of that machine. I work full-time job, then I go and sit 6 hours in that. When you have a breakdown like I did on one of our other Jeeps, you sit there for 4 hours, you kind of contemplate, you know, one's a safety issue. Safety issue for the driver, the people coming to rescue, for the snowmobile coming down the trail. The other safety issue is if you ever had a search and rescue issue, you get somebody lost or hurt, if something happens up the mountain, nobody's getting up there with that.
Yep.
So that's kind of where it's happening for us.
James, do you have any comment?
Yeah, it was more of a question. And I know I have auxiliary members here, just curious how much the fire department auxiliary has raised to buy and purchase equipment for the fire department. That they have not gone to the town to get money for, and why can't we do something like this? I understand from Jason's comments, the urgency on the timeline of being on the pecking order to get these tracks, but if we have a year, well, not a year now, but a little less than a year to plan fundraisers and stuff like that, much like the auxiliary does to pay for this, and not go to the town's tax dollars, so it can be used to pay for this stuff.
Chris?
Yeah, I have a serious question about how this became, came to this meeting in the first place. I had several petitions that I had turned into the town before, and several of those, I was told that I had to wait until the next election or the next town meeting for that to be brought up. Why was this one all of a sudden, this was, such a special deal that it needed to be brought up at a special town meeting? In a special town meeting, I'm not to just, spend money wherever you want to. There has to be a reason for the special town meeting, and I don't know, this is kind of shady, because I don't, I don't think it's gonna make the break me, but $38,000 off of my taxes makes a big difference.
Okay, anybody from board want? That question. from
Yeah.
Jason.
Maybe you don't take that money somewhere else.
But let's listen to Kathy's answer.
So as far as a special town meeting, the select board can call a special town meeting anytime they choose. This started as the board felt they should take the sewer question to the public. There is an article in the town meeting warrant that says that authorizes the select board to use the undesignated fund for unexpected costs and emergencies. So the way that is read, they didn't have to come to you. they chose to come to you. That's for the sewer part. After that, the select board can choose to put any item they want on a warrant. If a petition comes in, there are other legalities that have to be looked at, but if they do not put, if a petition had come in 2 weeks ago, but when they decided to do the town meeting, there are things that have to be looked at, and if a petition was decided to not be put on the warrant, the board has so many days to act upon it and or call another meeting. But where they had already called the meeting, it's the special town meeting, they figured rather than call another town meeting, which costs you guys money, they're gonna put it on the same warrant.
Ms. Goodrow.
Yes, this is a club. We have a department that's in crisis, and I would rather see monies goes towards that. He said that was on that list. I would rather see us take care of our own departments and then worry about clubs later. And that was one of my questions too. Have they done any fundraising? Have they been proactive on this themselves? It sounds like they haven't done anything. They just expect us to hand over that money. So,
Yes, there's all kinds of public select board meetings, there's all kinds of meetings come here. And when I go to the meetings, I see like maybe 1 or 2 people in this whole room that actually attend and listen and pay attention to stuff. And so there's misinformation everywhere, you know, and how is that fair? That's not fair. If you want to be informed, you need to come to a public meeting instead of going out. And another thing is that as far as the snowmobile club goes, it's a part of the ITS trail system, which is the whole state of Maine. And to me, those are the bug out places to go. In the summer, it's the ATV riders. In the winter, it's the snowmobilers. If the crap hits the fan, that's your bug out choice, and it supplies to your friends and family, or to get out of town, or whatever you need to do. That's a great trail system, and to be part of that trail system not only helps the town in having people come through this town here. Dozens and dozens of snowmobiles I see all this winter, and they come, they spend their money at the gas station, they get to know everybody, they're friendly, it's little towns everywhere, there's people from other places that come just to do it. Like people from, I don't wanna use this word, but from Massachusetts.
Oh,
I'm from Wisconsin.
excuse me.
Well, let's take that.
Clarify the club thing. So it's in the state funded program. They can call it a club, that you can't call it a department. But it's not a club, and we're not a good old boys club, and we're literally volunteering for everybody riding the snowmobile. It doesn't benefit us other than we don't care the green.
Yep.
So I would, they call it a club is just nothing, I think. Because it is literally state funded. If in New Hampshire, the state of New Hampshire runs every trail with state employees. We did it different.
John.
Jason, yeah, you're good. So, to Kathy's question. Originally, we did 40 miles of trail between Canton and Hartford, which I'm not very good at math, but about 70% of that's in Canton. To compare us to something else, like another, not the, even the ATV club has what? From here to us.
10 miles. Used to have double that, but we lost it in between different land and
We've gone from $4,000 snowmobile to, we've got $100,000, I would say, in equipment sitting there through the years, and that is all done. Yeah, we go after the state, they gave us some money, we run on 10 grand, 11.6, I'm sorry. We go at-
volunteers.
Well, I understand that. But we also made and sold a groomer with everybody's donated time, and that's given us a budget ahead. I see a budget here, we've got a couple $1,000 sitting there. That groomer that's sitting there, the orange one that we're buying tracks for, was used in 2011. Think, don't quote me on the year, we worked with the fire department to go to the top of Canton Mountain and get a guy, whatever year it was, me and Kyle Leaders on snowmobiles, and that groomer was with David Berry had it, and they retrieved the guy on Canton Mountain. We actually had snow that year. Don't quote me on the year, I'm gonna be wrong on that, but whatever. We had 3 feet of snow and we had to go get this guy. That groom was the one that picked the guy up there. So
Yes, sir.
as far as the second part of it, us not doing anything and not being proactive. This club was started in 73, I believe. A lot of you guys don't know Colby Davis. He passed away, but that guy was pretty proactive. This club has. Trying to think of all the stuff. The Snowmobile Club, with the help of Donnie Hutchins and. Well, Snowmobile Club was the rec committee at one time. I coached sports, did everything under the sun. We made the dugouts that are in that field right now. And moved them down there, did the cement work. Did that. We worked with the water district, Lake Association, however you want to word that. For the I guess the correct terminology is the water erosion down there, the not boat launch, but it's the water erosion. That was done by another gentleman that donated a bunch of time. It's no longer with us. I think Eric Sayer actually went and picked up all the cement. That was all done. We had to sign off on a grant. So. This is a club that works on minimal amount of money, but we donate a ton of time throughout the town. And those are only the top few things on my head that we've done, but. Yeah, I also, just, it's out there. I didn't know anything about the sewer district deal when I put this in, so. But, the way I read into this and what that grant was originally, that money was put there for. I understand all the things that are listed on there. And it does say recreation. That's what I'm going after on my end. As far as I'm concerned here, talking, there's enough money in that to secure both these damn things, and we're done with this conversation. But I don't know, I didn't know about that sewer part, but that's just my personal opinion, aside from the Stoneville.
There had a gentleman in the back here.
Are there any grants from? State, or could you go to like Otis or Franklin Bank and say, we like to get a loan of that?
I've already got one loan for $60,000, it's in, I had to sign off on, to get the rumor and original. To get a grant from the state of Maine. It's either for a whole piece of equipment. Or nothing, you can't just go and say, I need X, Y, and Z parts, here's a list, they will not grant you money for that, that's. For the price of these things, they should.
Yeah.
But they're not going. That's the way it is right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tom. Are you all set, Jake?
I'm good so far.
So what you pay for that, 60,000?
Yeah, 60,
Okay, so what year is it?
2009.
So, and you put, town give you $10,000 to put in the motor, is that right?
Not that one.
There's another one,
No, 1990.
okay? So is that machine worth putting $36,000 into it? I don't know, don't compare it with a new one, because we can't go down.
What's that?
So, that Tucker
Oh, yeah.
worth putting $36,000 into
If
it?
there wasn't, I wouldn't be here asking for it.
Well, you're not gonna be here next year asking for a new motor.
What do you want me to add? We can go on like this all day.
Well,
I'm not
we can,
that.
but I don't, this is no different than our sewer truck. Our sewer truck isn't worth fixing. We drive you around and jump. We don't wanna give you 36, 38, whatever it is, $1,000 to put in a $20,000 vehicle. It's just not good business sense. No different than Shane Delan's not gonna put $100,000 motor in a $50,000 truck.
Oh, I would.
Well, come to us for it, Shane.
You tried.
Anyone else?
Sorry.
Like, I don't remember the status of the community fund, is there still money coming into that, or is it just a pocket where it's not,
Select board.
Right.
Brian?
So for the life of the windmills, we get 32,000 a year, every year. I'm sure usually in December.
this money is the way I'm doing it, that's what.
We have another, it goes to like at least 30. I think they're 20 years is what they told us.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're about halfway through.
Yeah.
This is basically, yeah.
Essentially.
Chris,
What did they do before they had the problem?
I didn't even hear.
What did they do before they had this problem?
Oh,
Next to that.
anyone want to answer, Brian?
Anybody can answer it at the moment. So before we bought this one, we had another one, we sold that to buy the new one. Or for part of the payment to buy the new one, then Jason took the loan out personally to pay the other part.
Anyone else? Yes, sir.
I think it's a little rushed. I think we should be doing some fundraising before we say something like this, you know. Some we're only gonna use 3 months out of the years.
Real quick, we have been doing fundraising. Aside from like going door to door or a bake sale or having the dance or whatever you guys want us to do. We're talking about almost $40,000. That's impossible for a small club. The other thing, we did, if you look at our Facebook page for the last 4 months, every single day it's saying, "Could you please donate?" So I think that's the best we can do is if we don't have full time, you know, consultant or lobbyists or people like that to go around and we can see.
Sure.
So this is, Jason, you mentioned this, well, how many members do you have?
In the town of Canton, a total.
Either or, both?
Well, we've got a ton this year from, I say a ton for us, is, we're at 47, I think. Actual, no, 50 in the town, and we're at like 70. I'm gonna guess it, I'll say 70 total,
And your membership dues are,
25.
right, so,
And not all of that is ours. No.
right, I was gonna say, so you're clearly not going to make a whole lot of headway on a membership drive.
That's like, when you can do the math or whatever, $13 out of every 25, if the member wants to be part of the MSA, it goes to that.
Okay.
And that's supposed to be lobbying for us, so we don't have to come here and do this, but here I am.
Jason, sorry. Matt, I heard Jason refer to 70% of the trails of Canton, 30% must be Hartford. Is Hartford paying or willing to pay 30% of this? Or have they been approached?
Anyone want to answer that?
Yep. That honestly, they have not been approached. They give us the I think roughly the full registration every year. The reason they haven't been approached is they don't have windmills. That's, I don't know how else you want me to put that. That's where the money, that's where this money is in that account. That money is there. I went after the recreation part of it, and that's, I mean, there's no. I'm not trying to be malicious about anything. That's why I put this in. I didn't know. That's why.
Russell, do you have your hand?
No, I was gonna ask you.
Oh, okay. Anybody else? That's it.
Wondering what do you feel the percentage of residents benefit from this overall?
Well. It's easy to sit here and say none, but it's not true. So 2 Saturdays ago, there was 23 sleds sitting in town. I went down to plow off the Water District Road and I come back, there were 23 sleds sitting at the Big Apple. Get in line. It was an absolute circus to watch. The sad thing about this is there's only a couple businesses in the town and they're both making money off of it. Big Apple's making a killing off of it, and they'll give us. So, I should know this one, it's either $50 or $100 to go put a sign out in the trail so that everybody goes to their store. The residents of those, you know, the benefit of this is, I mean. You got. Well, in my household alone, I've got 6 of us that take off on a weekend, and I can leave my doorstep and go all the way wherever I want to stop. I'm not as young as I used to be, so I stop in range when I come back. You can go anywhere you want. The other part of this too, that a lot of people don't see, the text messages I get from people that hike. You got some people that snowshoe. I got people that cross country skiing. I tell every one of them, stay to the right to the best you can, because the snowmobiles are coming. I mean, but they all use it. I mean, that's. Not to be funny about that, but that's truthful. I mean, I got people that snowshoe out to Forest Pond. The access to the lake, that's not really, there's a benefit there.
but that's what, because of the water district road and stuff like that, being able to get down the lake. I don't know, I'm going white now, trying to think of something else to really sell you on.
Yeah.
Five trucks, mobile?
No,
No?
no. It sounds like a lot of out of towners benefit too, so.
Oh, well, it's truthful because there's a gas station here. One thing about this, whenever you have something with, that runs on gas, you pick a place to go get gas and eat. Or whatever else goes along with that, and then you turn around and come back. So that's why these stores make out really good, and our trail system has gotten way better from this town. When there's 26 trucks sitting in the parking lot at the parking ride and another 6 or 8 at the boat launch. Depending on who's who and how many trailers they got, those people are all leaving from here to go to wherever, and they're coming back here. I wish there was more businesses here that could, benefit from it. I'm just not smart enough, I guess, to go and start one, but that's the bottom line. There's a lot more people moving here than there ever was before, and a lot of that, nothing. They're in the sales pitch, just because of that, the equipment we have makes the trails that much better. We bought that from Ditchfield for a reason. Cause we kept getting compared to Ditchfield, cause their trails were awesome. They would outspend 200,000. We bought this, and this is a huge step up from what we ever had. The track thing, wasn't planned. I'm sorry, but if you own a piece of equipment, it happens, so. And we didn't expect on it.
Way in the back there.
What is the percentage of the trails that you can use that machine on? Or like, I know some trails are like 10 feet wide, some trails are like.
So out of, right now, this year, what I've gone over with it, I'm down to within 1 mile. There's one section I can't get through with it.
And Steve, we had.
Yeah, seems to me that the town is growing, so I think some more businesses are gonna come. We've got a few things going on in town right now, we've got the historical society over there that's open for events and things like that, can I make a motion to put it to a vote?
That'll be calling the question. I'll let Chris have the last word, then we'll call the question.
I'd like to call a vote on that.
Let's give Steve the motion to call the question and Chris the second.
Quick update.
No, the question has been moved and seconded. All in favor of calling the question, raise your purple, please. All opposed. Okay, so now let's move on to a vote. Now, I'll read the article just so we have it correct in our minds. To see if the town will approve to appropriate $36,000 from the community benefit fund, donate to the Canton High Rider Snowmobile Club to replace all 4 tracks on the Tucker Snowpack grooming machine. All in favor, please raise your purple thing and hold it up to the left in the account.
Oh, sweet. All right.
It's gonna be a tie.
I have also telling, I'm sorry.
I got 28.
Is Carol a yes or no, or you?
Hold them up high. Keep them up, hold them up high.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 12, 13, 14, 15, 35, 36, 17.
I have 30.
I got 30.
Yeah, same.
Okay,
Don't make me do this.
all opposed. Thanks, John.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18. Will you that?
Motion passes. Now all we need is a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Thank you all for coming. I'll
Thank
just
you.
we're gonna have the normal meeting next, but if you want to say some more, thank you, go for it. If not, I want to make an announcement.
They all use.
One of them said.
I heard. Yeah, wait a second.
You can sign it, that's me, I'm trying to back in, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, you look at the first line.
Yeah, agenda adjustments?
Yep, I would like to move.
Agenda adjustments.
Just a question, if the money is here, why doesn't the solar department money come out of this instead of taxpayer dollars? That would have alleviated all of this.
So, the hard thing is though, I agree, the only hard thing is, it's not a surplus, it's not for a raise, it's already raised.
Well, the tax dollar is gonna go up.
No,
It will eventually. He said the budget, the sewer department, the
eventually, yeah,
bill. All right, so
but that 25.
I guess my other question to you is, I'll come back to the other meeting and ask if I have to, but when I built my house 20 years ago, I wanted to put in a sewer septic system. And the town told me that I had readiness to serve because the sewer runs by my house.
Amount of feet from the hookup.
Is that still a thing, or can I build a?
You could always. Right.
I can always what?
Yeah, we're actually looking for somebody to take out pictures.
Trying to get the rates.
You know how much easier my life has got since I got away from town politics? I didn't have any gray hair until I got into town politics. Now look at me.
Yeah, mine is.
You color. So am I, but you color.
That's also why I'm done.
Yeah, it's a thankless job.
13 is not done.
Good job, guys. Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
I have no adjustments.
I have the agenda adjustments, I would like to move B under 11.
Okay. Moving B under,
B under 11.
any other agenda adjustments?
Yeah, you did that.
Okay. Hey Kathy,
Kathy?
we're moving forward with the rest of the meeting. I know.
I know. But that's why we- Yeah, you have to. You can back them up.
If you're going to talk, can we please have you go outside so we can please continue with the rest of the meeting? Thank you.
Okay, approval of the minutes, February 26th, 2026. Is there a motion?
Make a motion.
I said,
Yeah,
I'm making a motion to approve the minutes.
Also.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Yes.
I'm in favor of that.
Oh,
Sean abstained.
Hey, I asked the Canton Water District lease update and the Water District test well update be added to the agenda or carried forward on the agenda. We never officially asked anybody from the Canton Water District to provide such an update in advance of this meeting. That's on me. Is this something you can do, Sean, or no?
Do it.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll need to stand up, you guys.
The lease update is in town lawyers, you guys know you don't have Al Spring, right?
Yeah.
So Amy
Jen
Chow
or-
has to get out there.
Okay,
Okay, I thought it was J, but maybe not.
Sure, the email from our lawyer. That's where we're at on that. She's gotta pick up where Alex didn't do. So, and as far as the test wells, everything come out good down there. We're just waiting to either get a lease or buy land off in Cal Lewis.
Okay, any questions?
So the water quality and everything was good?
Water quality is good, it's 200 gallons a minute. It's
Mhm.
60 feet deep, we drilled 3 wells, yeah. I'm still working with FEMA, obviously, and that which they sent us back to main emergency management, main emergency management, she's working with FEMA also in that. So you know how it goes working with the federal agencies.
Especially when they're not working.
Investments,
I'm sorry, I wouldn't.
Yes.
Sure, we moved B after 11.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is the rec board appointment.
We'll put it in the back. Not in this.
No, I don't see it now.
Okay.
It's in your box, if that's what you're looking for.
So Heather Deland is looking to join the Canton Rec Committee. Heather lives in Rumford, or excuse me, Mexico. And her son plays on one of our baseball teams, or has the last couple of years. So she's put in an application to join the rec committee. And I also have one other that I'm waiting for him to fill out the paper.
Is the rec committee down members?
Yes,
That's good.
the
news.
rec committee is begging
Or-
for members.
Okay.
Yep, no, we put out a begging post and we've got a few people that are gonna join. What's that?
What's the name?
Heather Gallant,
Is she related to Ben?
not to my knowledge. Could be, I don't think so, but
Yes, motion to appoint Heather Gallant to the rec committee. Discussion? All those in favor?
I have local appointment papers.
Thank you. Sickle bar mower, Andy Canton and the highway department has asked to use a budget that's already been appropriated to purchase a 7-foot and mowing town ditches, I presume, but mowing the town as well as some of the sewer district.
And bioproperty,
Excuse me?
probably for the bioproperty as well, is that finished?
I'm sure, yeah. Is there any limits to what a sickle bar mower can be used for?
I bet I can find one.
it only takes 6 up to so big.
I was gonna say, they don't like trees.
They don't like,
Taking me literally.
they don't like guide wires either.
They don't like stumps. Anything else you wanna know?
So what are they gonna use for a track?
Excuse me?
What are they gonna use for a track?
I don't know.
The-
I believe Andy said that the sewage department trying to.
Sewer tractor like we used to, back up until a couple of years ago.
Oh, were you saying tractor?
Yeah.
I thought you
Tractor,
said track.
they don't have, highway department doesn't have track,
Understood.
and so
I
they
just
get
didn't
borrow
hear
the
you, Sean.
sewer departments that
Up until a
have
couple,
been baby for 30 years, I hate to see anybody else use it, but that's the way it goes. Because then we're gonna be buying a new tractor. Dave Madden just treated that like this baby.
I don't know that we need a motion for this.
No,
But
that's the
I
money,
think
it's already in.
it's already in his
Is it?
budget.
is he pulling it out of his budget or is he taking it out of the reserve?
You told me he had enough in his budget. Kathy was saying
Saying
that.
that reserves.
Yeah,
Okay.
equipment reserve is what I was under
Okay.
the,
Okay.
that's what I was under the assumption of.
I would heard you going from memory. So then I guess
That's
we
what
do
I
need
thought
a
about.
motion. Okay,
I motion we agree with Andy.
I got a question. Do you know how much is in there?
No, I do not. I know we haven't spent any out of it this year and we put 25,000 into it this year. The ones that he was looking at are between six or the one he showed me, the one night he sent me a picture of it, it was between 6,000 and 9,000 was the ones
You
that
have
he
it in
had.
your bucket, in your packet set.
I
There's
say
those other.
the couple that he had found were between 6 and 9. The ones that he and Matt were looking at.
This is the one that he's told me.
Okay.
so I think Robin made a motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
clarification on your motion. Do you putting a dollar figure or a cap?
I just said I agree with Andy.
I know, but if we're taking it out of reserve, we should have a number.
Up to 7.
Up to 7,000
Are we putting that in reserves?
from the, his reserve account, yes.
No discussion? All those in favor?
My time to look for.
No, you don't need your purple card anymore. Give it back.
I couldn't see who voted yes, who voted no.
Everybody
Yes.
but me.
Okay. Are you abstaining or voting no?
I'm voting no.
Next item on the agenda. Public use form.
We have a form submitted by the church to use, to expand their, for the Easter egg hunt, so they can hide some eggs there as well as at the church.
Weather permitting,
It just needs to be approved and signed.
Just for the park, right?
Yes,
I said, since I think most of the snow's gone, yes.
now you've,
For now.
now you've said
Comments, questions?
We did the last year, I'm good with it.
Okay. Motion to let the Canton Baptist use the Heritage Park. I have my,
Just thought I know.
is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second, okay. All those in favor? Okay, shall I sign this now, Kathy?
you can, yes.
Do this for efficiency. Today's date,
11.
well,
Whatever.
okay,
Movies.
Brian.
What's that page?
I know.
Don't use it there.
We talked about it.
Other business,
No?
is there any
Still
other
no
business?
movies.
Nope, you skipped one.
Did
We
I?
need to set
E.
some
Oh,
dates.
thank you. Moving too fast. Right, thank you. As Carol suggested, I should put on my glasses. Are there dates in mind?
I was gonna say, anybody got anything this?
I'm gonna pick one in June, July, and maybe September.
Did that help?
You like that
August is
August?
back to school. I didn't have much of a mess that would
It's
be.
almost easier to do August.
Yeah.
than-
Okay,
The beginning of August would be easier than September.
okay. June, July, and August.
The one thing we ran into the last time we did one, it was either the very end of August or early September. Well, not just cold, but we had, by the time we got done, the projector had too much condensation on it.
We do have a resident who is offering to sponsor one.
Yeah, then that makes 2, because I know one that will too.
Okay.
Hopefully you guys don't know the same.
No,
Okay,
no, I know who she's talking about, that's not who I'm talking about.
So tentatively, could we try for June 13th? Because as of right now, the last day of school is the 12th.
June, someday it's gonna be June again.
More,
We're gonna be outside.
you said last day's the 12th for here,
As of right now,
Right,
might as well.
bar.
it'd be a good way to kick the summer off.
Yeah, and that'll catch them before anybody starts vacation.
The only thing, well, I'd say the hard part would be a lot of vision parties and stuff that night, but
That age.
that age group isn't the
Yeah,
one we usually
that's
target,
that.
so. So if we tried to do one on the 13th,
July 18th.
the only thing I'll have to find out, and I'll know in the next week, is what our game schedule is. We'll know that fairly soon, so we may have to tweak it, but.
But you don't play games at night, right? Are there any night games in the summer?
Well,
Later, I mean.
yeah, wouldn't be as late as the movie, but close to it some nights.
July 18th.
7/18 is what I'm hearing, Brian?
I think, yeah, I think we can do that.
And then you wanted one other, Robin?
And August.
When does school start?
Ooh, get to August.
School starts 27th, right, Brian?
26th, Wednesday the 26th,
For kids?
I believe so.
I thought they only had 2 days. Anyway,
Usually it starts on Wednesday, so.
so let's go for the 15th.
Yeah, they're just tentative ones anyways.
Right, yeah.
Never open for suggestions of movies.
But they, you know, like we did last year, what's,
As I say, we can put another
Yeah.
survey out like we did
Yeah.
last year and ask people to. But if we at least,
Normally stop them.
at dark?
yeah, there's no real time, we usually just say dark, usually we start the
Dusk.
Snapchat at 6. and,
We make a poster just to get things rolling.
Yeah.
I think I still have last year's, I think.
Aaron,
Because I
I
don't
think I
know.
have to look, I think
memory.
we still have last year's.
Yeah, I don't think we ever had time per se for the movie, it's just dusk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I think, and then what we can also look at is, like last year we had Jason Lee, the one night of the movie.
Yeah.
He came in and sang and did some stuff a little bit before. I also have a couple other people that are interested in doing stuff. So. I think we have a couple possibilities of local people. To use up the time from 6 to when we'll get ready to start doing.
it was fun.
Mhm. That's all you needed out of that agenda item?
Yes, it
right?
is,
Yep.
ma'am.
Just
Thank you.
making sure. I skipped it once, I didn't want to skip again.
Well, we could have planned, some of us have to plan way ahead. For change.
Other business,
Just say,
approval of the warrants.
I visit you.
There is one file, there's one AP warrant that is not on the agenda. It was completed today.
The one on top?
The big one? No, you'll know, it's a
Nope,
big
the big
one.
one, keep going.
Okay. Gonna have to stand up and move those hands. So the amount is 22,509.96, Kathy, is what I'm reading?
That was the date, is the date for today? It's the accounts payable. Yeah, we didn't do 20,000 in payroll, so yes.
Okay.
it's how
22
much?
what, Chris?
$22,509.96. Is there a motion?
Make a motion, are you gonna read them all, or just that one?
How about if we make a motion to approve as written plus
Okay.
$22,509.96?
I make a motion to approve payroll warrant number 74 for 597701 and payroll warrant number 95 for 631882 and accounts payable warrant for 22,509.96.
I second that.
All those in favor? Opposed? No, okay. Public comment.
I'm wondering if we're going to be doing anything for Dave Madison, seeing how he has been with the town for so long. So,
We are.
There'll be something coming out shortly.
Something we've been working on. Thanks, Nick. Steve?
Yes, the payroll warrants, the 3 of them, the 7495 and the other one. Is that pertaining? Or is that pertaining to a separate account? I mean, for, is it going to somebody on committees or is it going to?
For our employees.
Okay, so. Okay, so it's not on my beeswax other than,
Well, it's all public knowledge.
yeah, I was just wondering if any of it had to do with, doesn't look like it is anyways, never mind.
Okay.
Okay, look at it. Probably not.
yeah, the employees get paid weekly. That's why there's 2 warrants.
Are you done with that one, Robin?
Committee reports.
I don't have anything.
Any other committee reports?
I've been up talking to Josh and Dave, and they seem to be getting along good, things going good up there. Aaron's doing up there.
Transfer, we have training, I think next week or the week after. And I just want to remind everyone, we are not licensed to take used motor oil at the transfer station. The town, if DEP comes in and catches us, we could be fined anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000. Don't know who dropped some off last week, but it puts us in a hard spot.
Any advance auto, I used to work there, they'll take it, no problem, as much as you got. Dump it out, just bring it in jugs and I'll put it in there and get it real quick for you. You didn't even got a sign up there,
But we are not legally cannot accept it
right, so they have to.
because of DEP
And break down your boxes?
and break down your boxes.
Did, he used to have like a used oil furnace in there? Does he
No.
Still have that?
No, it went
Never have.
to another company. We were never licensed to have the barrel in there to
Oh,
collect
okay.
it. It was, that building has a dirt floor, which if we had been licensed, we still had no containment system.
Yeah.
So that barrel never should have been up there.
Oh.
Am I signature on those ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do accept electronics,
Except for that one?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That was today.
but no oil.
Executive session.
I want sound.
Do we have a motion to go into executive session, one MSR section 456A?
Motion.
Second, all those in favor?
Thank you for your help tonight, Aaron.